Hello friends, how are you all? Welcome to our HTML training session. Today we will talk about HTML colors. Colors in HTML are used to add visual appeal in your web page. You can define colors using color names, RGB value, hexadecimal colors, or HSL value. These colors can be background, border, and other elements to make your web page visually engaging. Let's start by understanding colors. HTML provides predefined color names that you can directly use in your code. For example, look at this code where a p tag, the style attribute, we use the color property with a value like red. Let me explain with an example. I will copy this code, paste it. After running it, the paragraph text color change to red. If I modify the color name to blue, the text color change to blue. Similarly, if I set the color to gray, the text color change to gray. Now, let's move on to RGB value. RGB, red, green, blue. Value are used to define color by specifying the intensity of each color like red, green and blue is represented as an integer between 0 and 255. For example, in this code, we use the style attribute again and the color property is set to an RGB value. The format is RGB value. For instance, RGB 255 00 means the red color is at its maximum intensity 255, while green and blue are both at 0. Let me copy this, how it works. When we set the RGB value to 25500, the text become red. If I change all their values to RGB 000, the text turn black. If I set all color to their maximum intensity, like RGB 255, the text become white. However, if the background is white, the text will not be visible. But when you hover over it or view it carefully, you can still identify the white text. Now, let's take a look at how you can adjust the RGB value to create custom color. For example, here we assign certain value. You will see that if I change the value to 75, you will notice that the color become lightly green. Now, let's move on to hexadecimal codes, which are a popular way to represent color in HTML. These colors start with hash symbol, followed by a six character that represent the intensity of red, green, and blue. For instance, consider this example. We use a p tag with the style attribute. Inside the style, the color property is set to a hexadecimal code like the hash symbol is mandatory because it is indicating that what follows is a hexadecimal color code. Let me copy this example into the code editor and show you how it works. When I paste the color and run it, the text color become red. If I remove the hash symbol, the color property stop functioning and the text appear black by default. When I add hash symbol back, the text color return to red. Now, let's experiment with other hexadecimal code. For example, if I change the code, the text color turn yellow. If I set all value to HF, the text color change to white. However, since the background is also white, the text become invisible. But if you hover over the text are selected, you can see the white text clearly. Similarly, if I change the code to hash 0, the text color become black. You can try different combination of hexadecimal value to create a variety of colors. This is how you can use hexadecimal code in HTML to represent color and customize your web page effectively. Here, I will change some value to make the color green. Then, if I change the last value to a high intensity, the resulting color will appear blue. If I set the hexadecimal value like it's create a color resembling violet. Now let's move on HSL value. HSL stands for saturation and lightness. Represent the color on the spectrum. Saturation control the intensity of the color. Lightness adjust the brightness of the color. Here an example. We have a p tag where the style attribute is used. Inside the style, the color property is set using an HSL value like HSL 0, 100% and 50%. 0 is represent red, 100 is the saturation indicating full intensity, 50 is the lightness representing medium brightness. When I copy this code and run it, the text appears red. Now let's experiment by changing the lightness to 70%. The color become lighter. If I increase the lightness 100%, the color become pure white. If I reduce to it 90%, it remains very light but lightly visible. At 50%, the color is balanced. Applying color. You can apply colors to various elements in HTML using the color property for the text color and the background color property for background color. For example, I will use the following setup in the code editor. The text color is set to green. The background color is set to powder blue. When I apply this, the text appear green and the background become a soft blue. Similarly, I can use the hexadecimal code like this, which produce a violet-like color for the text. Finally, let's discuss color picker tool. There are many online color picker tools available that can help you choose the perfect color for your website. These tools allow you to visually select color and provide the corresponding color codes for use your HTML code. Here are some popular online color picker tools like Adobe Color. Here Adobe Color links, copy the link and paste here. When open the Adobe Color, then visit here and then for customization. Let me demonstrate how we can experiment with various color options. For instance, I can pick different color from a plate. Copy I specify shade and paste it into my code. Let's say I select a color that appear lightly. HTML color specification. HTML provide multiple way to specify color like color names, for example red, blue, green. RGB value, custom combination like RGB 25500. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comments. Keep smiling and happy coding. Thank you.